What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review, or in today's case we are talking about one of the Marvel Disney Plus shows, and we are continuing our Marvel movie rewatch with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oof, this was one of those Disney Plus series, came out right after, I believe, WandaVision came first, and then it came Falcon and Winter Soldier in April, and then it was Loki, and then it was What If Season 1, and then it was Hawkeye, that winter, and then we went to what, Moon Knight, MS.MARVEL, She-Hulk, Guardians of the Galaxy, Holiday Special, Werewolf by Night, that stuff. But this was one of the early ones, and a lot of people friggin' don't put as much love on this one for some reason. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was great, you know. The chemistry between Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, the whole scene here where they had, let's get close, and whoa, that's pretty close. No, we're getting close, you know. And they have their knees up each other's junk, and they're friggin' they have a real deep conversation. But I love the chemistry between them two. They're clearly friends in real life, and it comes through on screen because they're able to act together and create and do something important. Things I don't like about this, that technically Rhodey's appearance in this from Secret Invasion, he is now a Skrull named Rava in this scene, and that just doesn't, no. I like it when it's Rhodey a lot better, but, you know, as it's him talking to another black man, and they're having a conversation about being black men in the United States, and this is technically an alien that's shape-shifting and taking somebody's body, you know, like, it just, at the time, we thought it was Rhodey, which was a great scene. Now it's just kind of like, really? They made a great scene worse by making it a Skrull, when that should make things better that it's a Skrull. You know what I mean? Like, it should be like, oh shit, that was a Skrull the whole time. Instead, we're like, that was a Skrull, and it doesn't matter. Who cares? You know, like, just who cares? And it doesn't matter. I also I wasn't in love with Carly Morgenthau, even though I think this actress that plays her does a pretty good job. I wasn't in love with the Flag Smashers. You know, just them, the masks, their whole thing, they're all super soldiers. I was like, really? We're bringing super soldiers back again, but now there's a bunch of them? I don't know. And then we brought back super soldier shit, and then we didn't make Sam Wilson a super soldier. But instead we made Johnny Mayo a goddamn super soldier. And Johnny Mayo, friggin' Wyatt Russell, I think was pretty good casting, but just, it was not cool to see Johnny Mayonnaise holding that shield and it wasn't Chris Evans, you know what I mean? Like, he's the only white man we want holding that shield. And now that Chris Evans is gone, we're perfectly fine and happy with Sam Wilson's cap. But we all love Steve Rogers, you know? We all want Chris Evans back, but we don't want this guy. And that's something I think we can all agree on. Johnny Mayo was not the move. Not the move at all. The things I love about this show, Zemo. Zemo gets his purple mask. Zemo is amazing. Zemo's fist pumping, you know, he's doing his thing. I love Zemo in this. Also, the suit up, the suit that the Falcon gets at the end in the finale, his Captain America, but with the Falcon wings suit, just looks awesome. It looks so good. I'm so happy for Anthony Mackie because he pulls it off. And he's got all that black chocolate stuffed in there. You know, he's a big, thick man, but he's like, yeah, that's meat. That ain't no muscle padding like some of these dudes out here. But, you know, that whole finale I think is a pretty great episode. But there's one episode in the middle of the series that I was like, are we really getting this right now? And that's when old Johnny Mayo smashes a dude with a shield for killing his right-hand man, the black dude there, what is his name, Lamar or something. But, you know, the same way that we got a shot looking up of him, like, screaming with the shield over his head is, like, the same shot we got from Captain America Civil War, where Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, is doing it to RDJ's Iron Man, you know, but then we get this shot at the end of the episode where he's just standing there with blood on the shield, and there was people filming him, and it was like the whole world's watching. You're like, oh shit, they really went there. You know, Marvel barely shows blood. Instead, they showed him, the new Captain America, pretty much murder somebody on screen, and by pretty much I mean I think he did. You know, like, they didn't show the body on the ground, but they showed the blood on the shield, which is definitely close enough to a confirmation for me. But, you know, between Johnny Mayo, and I'm just glad where he ended up. He's not going to be Captain America. He's now going to be U.S. Agent. But that brings up what I'm going to be talking about this week in my podcast episode. Go check out my most recent Comically Boston that came out on Monday. We're talking about Loki Season 2's finale in the Marvels, but we're also talking about all of the payoffs, right? All of the little setups, all the characters that have been set up in movies since Black Widow has come out. So in Phase 4 and Phase 5, all the things that have been set up that we haven't gotten to yet, or haven't showed up, or haven't paid off yet. There's very, very minimal things that have paid off from setups. But there's a ton of things that they've set up that now need to weave into stories in the future, and we have virtually no idea where they're coming. So that's the topic and what we're talking about in this week's Comically Boston. But I just gotta say, Falcon Winter Soldier, the speech at the end that Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson gives to these government people, and I'm a black man wearing the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? You know, like, oof, it hits so hard. It brings tears to the eyes. Didn't make me cry, but definitely made me a little bit emotional because it's powerful. You're like, oof, Anthony Mackie, you're just lighting it up right now. Good for you. He gives a nice Cap speech that, like, even Chris Evans really didn't get to do. But I don't think Chris Evans' Cap ever had a speech that was that heavy. You know, like, it came a lot heavier from a black man wearing the Stars and Stripes after all the conversations with Isaiah Bradley. Every scene with Charles Lumley, I believe that's his name. Every scene with that man playing Isaiah Bradley is awesome. I love Isaiah Bradley in this. Every scene with him makes me emotional. He's a powerful character. I wish we see a younger version of him. And if we see his grandson in Young Avengers, I wouldn't be mad either. But the little nice job Cap from Bucky to Sam at the end of that speech, and then Sam has to go, oh, can you go get that one other Flag Smasher? And then the whole time Zemo had something in his back pocket with his butler, and they blow up the Flag Smasher so that there's no more super soldiers, but there was no witnesses and there was no suspects involved. So Zemo got away with it, but Zemo's still on the raft reading. So where does Zemo come back? Ooh, I'm excited, man. I really am. But Captain America and the Winter Soldier now, because that's how it ends. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier as a show, I really thought it was good. It was a good arc, and it will set up, I believe, Captain America 4, the Thunderbolts. It sets up quite a bit. So it sets up the Torres, that other dude's getting the Falcon wings. So it sets up that character. All these characters yet to be seen again. So can't wait for these guys to show back up. Comment below, who do you want to see show up most? Contessa De Fontaine, she's the only one that showed up from here. She was in Black Panther, but, like, other than that, she hasn't been in shit. You know, like, she was in the post-credit scene of Black Widow. You know, like, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense. But 3.5 out of 5 stars for me on this one. 7 out of 10. I think it's a solid show. It holds up, and if you're able to watch it 6 episodes all in a row, and you get that, like, bulk watch, almost like it's a long movie instead of week by week, it actually hits pretty damn good, you know. And it's you know, watching, I think I watched 1 to 4 and then I watched 5 and 6 together. Just being able to watch multiple episodes together instead of week by week, like, the cliffhangers are one thing for the Marvel's early shows, but when you're able to, like, oh, that's a cliffhanger, then go right to the next one, it's pretty great stuff. I enjoy that a lot more than having to wait the week and then coming back, and sometimes waiting the week hasn't been worth it. But if you get to wait 4 seconds and you're like, oh my god, that was cliffhanger, that was, oh, what happens next? I forget. You can just click next episode and you're on to the next one already. That's the best. But comment below, what do you think of Sam Wilson and Bucky in this show? I love the buddy cop dynamic between the two of them. I would watch a whole movie. Like, if this was a movie, I would have watched it. If they want to do a season 2, I would watch it. Just them two on screen together being buddy cop, I'm here for, because that was awesome, and I'm glad we at least got this if we don't get anything else anymore. But comment below your score on the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and stay tuned for the next episode. We will be continuing our Marvel movie rewatch with Thor: Love and Thunder and Wakanda Forever, and then I have some more Marvel shows to get into, because we're doing the shows too. And then the Marvels just came out recently, so go check out that. Comment below what you guys think of it. I had a podcast that came out last week talking about it, and we had a podcast last week that came out talking about Loki Season 2. So go check those out if you haven't. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. If you don't want to miss any future videos, hit that bell. And I will see you beautiful people in the next video. Peace.